Hello friends, welcome back to the course on financial management. Today we are going to learn very important aspect of the financial management, that is managing the cash flow, or in other words cash management. How and why to manage cash, that is something very critical important decision in the financial management. So when we say what is cash management, that means we are going to concern about what all aspects which are being there in the cash management, what is cash and how we will going to manage the cash. And then second important aspect is why we should manage cash, what is the purpose of holding the cash. These are the moot questions which we will try to answer in this particular session. So why we need cash management? Let's take first question. If you read through the recent newspapers, especially the business headlines, are saying that if you see the case of Jet Airways, why Jet Airways failed? Because of they were having a cash crunch. At the same time, if you have looked the case of death of the Coffee Cafe Day chief, he died because he was feeling the cash crunch. Not only the businesses are facing the cash crunch, governments are also facing the cash crunch. And if you see, read the newspapers regularly, Punjab government recently faced the cash crunch, and they are at the time of saying we are going to be a bankrupt government. So that is something in the same way the government of Italy and Greece, they also face a similar cash crunch. So what is important is that if these cash becomes so important in the organization, so why we should not consider this important aspect of the cash management. So one thing is very important to understand is that common causes of failure of business is the cash crisis. Even if you are running a business which is a profitable organization, still you may get into a crisis situation, and which may lead to a liquidation of your business, or maybe insolvency of your business, which is called technical insolvency of the business. Why this happen? We need to understand. I give you a very practical example from my personal opinion views. First, one thing which happened with me, I went to a small place in a village, and I was there for doing some research study in a typical hilly area where mobile network and other issues are always there, connectivity is always a problem. So what happened with me, I wanted to go to one place to another place, but what was there, I was not carrying currency, hardcore currency, but I was having on my mobile wallet, I was having more than 20,000 rupees. Similarly, I have having a credit card with me, I'm wearing a gold ring with me, I'm having all kind of money which is there in my bank accounts. But when I wanted to go to one place to another place, and I asked the rickshaw puller, I want to go to with this place, but he said to me, sir, I don't have the money to exchange this particular your gold ring or taking money. You need to give me only 20 bucks, but I don't have that 20 bucks to pay him. So that makes me realize what is important of cash in my life. Even if I'm carrying money in my other forms of cash, but which is not relevant, we need to have some kind of cash with us all the time. That is why even if I'm a profitable, I'm a rich person or a middle class rich person, that doesn't matter here. Matter here is you should have your you should able to pay your debt when it is coming. So if you are not able to pay your debt, or you are not able to pay to the person who has coming to you for taking money, you are not able to pay for your expenses, it means you may become a technically insolvent person. So let's understand the second question, that is what is cash management. So cash management is concerned about forecasting how much money I have to pay, collecting that money, dispersing that money, and investing if we have excess cash, and planning for the future needs of the company for the smooth operational running of the organization. So for that matter, we need to understand cash flow cycle of the organization, how cash is being working in a cycle. We'll try to learn that. And one thing which you need to understand is, as your business is a young business, you don't have much credibility in the field, you need to carry more cash with you. As you become more and more credible person, more credible organization, you may need less cash because people trust you, for your, if you are, even if you don't carry cash with you, they know you will be paying back sooner or later. Just like now most of the time we say in the government, पैसे कहीं भाग नहीं जाएंगे, it will come back to you. So it means that is why, because people trust the government will pay back to you. The trust has to build over a period of time. So in the career, if you're starting a new business, you need to carry a lot of cash with you. So let's understand why we keep cash with us. So we keep cash with us for three purposes. First is called transaction motive. That is, just like for take, I again take an example from your personal life. You keep cash for with you as soon as, if you are a salaried person, as soon as you receive the money in form of your salary, what you pay for? You pay for your EMI, you pay for your household items, you want to buy you want to pay the school fees of your children or something like that. So that is, all these things are what is called is transactional motive, because it's a routine transactions for which you are keeping cash with you and you are buying those things, and routinely you know that how much money you require. Second important reason why we keep cash with us is called precautionary motive. Now what is precautionary motive? Precautionary motive is a motive that it is for emergencies, any kind of emergencies which can come, for which we need to pay cash. So if I again take a simple example from your life, you keep your cash sometime in your hidden pockets, or ladies keep the money in the small boxes which is hiding from the other places, because these are the cash which you keep for managing the any kind of emergencies where you need to pay cash immediately. And that is not a very big amount, please understand. It's always a small very portion of money which you keep in the precautionary motive. Third important objective for which you keep your cash with you is speculation motive. Now what is speculation motive? Speculation motive is you want to trade in for the better opportunities which are coming in front of you. Just like you go to a mall and you want to buy a shirt, but on that mall rather there is a scheme, the buy three get two more free. So you purchase 3 t-shirts. What you wanted was one. You were ready to pay for one, but you purchased 3 t-shirts because there are additional things which are available, additional benefits which are available. Though you may not be using all 5 t-shirts for you, that's what you thought. You may gift it for to other friends or to other places, or it will be bought, you can be used by some other person in the family. So that's where you look for the opportunities and you encash that opportunity. Similarly, in the organizations also, when you are buying certain things, you look for whether bulk discounts are available or certain things are available. So those purposes you go for speculative purposes. And other than these 3 basic purposes for motives of holding cash, we also keep sometimes so cash to avoid any kind of demerits or deficit financing, that if we don't have cash, people will make a mockery of us. Just like I've given you example of my personal life, I went to the Uttarakhand and I was not having a cash with me. At the same time, it may be for the compensating motive, that sometime you need to pay for any kind of issues or happen, for which you need to pay a compensation to the person. So that is where you want to compensate somebody's good gesture. So that's where you keep the cash. These are the generally kept low money cash, but we generally keep more money in the transaction. Second, in the precaution, very small money in precautionary, but we keep major money in our speculation motives. So how we should manage the cash? So for answering this question, we need to have 2 important things to do. First, to understand cash flow cycle of my organization, means you have start your business with a cash, and that money cash is converted into the, you have to pay your dues which are being coming to you, just like your electricity bills, mobile phone bills, or any kind of payables which are there. So you have to pay for all those payables. So that will reduce your cash, but at the same time you are going to buy certain products, that is for which you are going to sell, that's a raw material you are going to buy. So that all is going to be add to your which is going to reduce your cash, and that will lead to the material which you are purchasing is going to add to your inventory. And as much higher the inventory you are going to keep, more and money is going to be get leaked into that particular cash. And further, inventory can also give you a leakage, that inventory is getting obsolete, and this inventory you are going to sell, and that inventory when you are going to sell again, if you sell on onto the cash, then it means you are going to get some cash received from that. And if you are going to sell on credit, that means that money is going to be leaked into that account receivable. You will get paid once your receivables are going to pay you, that your debtors are going to pay back to you, and you are going to receive some cash. So this is how the whole organization cash flow cycle is going to work it out. So now, to understand how we should well manage our cash, we need to prepare a cash budget. So how should we prepare a cash budget? The first thing in the cash budget is just like I said, it's a mapping exercise, that how much money you are going to receive. So you make a Excel sheet in which you can make one column which is keeping all the receipts which you are going to happen, and then second you are keeping second head portion, you are keeping that how much payments you are going to make. So for this matter, you forecast your sales, and then you forecast your cash receipts that is going to come, that is your incoming of the cash which is going to come. As and when monthly you are going to receive the money, so you prepare that thing, put into your cash receipt the incoming columns, as well as if you are receiving some money from your your credit sales which you have made, so that is your debtors are paying you back, you receive that money. And after that, you keep a column of payments payments which all you are going to make the payment, whether you're buying an asset, whether you're buying any kind of equipment, whether you're buying any kind of services, or you're paying for any kind of rent, electricity expenses in your organization, or you are even withdrawing money, owner is withdrawing money, so that is also being considered. So after doing this exercise of receipt and payment, we get to know what exactly is my net cash flow and at the end of the month. That is what is, whether it's a positive or negative. If it is negative, it means I need to look for having some borrowing from the bank in form of bank overdraft. And if it is not, if it is positive, it means additional money is I'm keeping. So if money is additional which is beyond my precautionary motive or my speculation motive, so by considering all that motive, still it is extra money is with me, so I can look for putting that money for the long term investment. So that is way, but this exercise is done for at least for 6 months in advance, so that you get to know what a 6 months plan with you, and if you have extra money with you for 6 months, then you can invest it, or if you have shortage, then you need to arrange for the bank overdraft facilities. Thank you very much.